sorry. Just seeing them right in front of us here. Oh, I just seen a couple there in front of us. But no, maybe we'll start from here. I can smell the ocean today. It's weird, there's just not a strong odor. Like, we're right on the edge of the bay here, and you'd think you'd be, I don't know, or I thought when I first came that I'd be getting that nice ocean smell. I have family on Vancouver Island, and that's like one of my favorite things when I go over there and visit is I like that smell of the ocean, but it doesn't really exist here. I don't know why. Just, I don't know if it's the crustaceans and stuff that you're usually smelling or what it is, and there's not as much of that here. Or all the seaweed, I don't know. But definitely getting a faint whiff of it today. Oh, they buffered through your explanation about the 360 again. Sounds like we were having a bit of issues there while we were cruising. Pardon? Seems to be a very... Oh, there's a group over there. A little group. They're kind of hugging the shoreline, these small pods that we're finding. We're just gonna head over towards the west side here, but that group is kind of close to the point. Seem to be coming out a little bit further. We do have a few whales up ahead here, so we'll see if we can get their attention. I'm just... What's that? No, it's buffering while we were driving there. You might have the, maybe third time's the charm. For your 360 picture.
Sorry, say again?
They didn't hear you again for the...
Oh, they did?
As far as I know,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So hopefully we'll try again, and we'll make it short so you can get a clearer picture. But basically, the time was running short yesterday, and we got a huge group. If you turn the camera 180, you may see the whites of their backs. There you go. A little bit more. Keep going.
Oh, it'll be like a 20-second lag.
Okay. So you just point it in the opposite direction. 3 o'clock to our port bow. We've got quite a nice little pod coming through here.
Cool. So we are gonna get to see a few whales here, possibly. It seems that group's gonna pass us by. Just kind of had similar behavior yesterday, but like I said, things did turn around, and we got to see a lot of whales closer to the end of the day. So let's hope things go that way again today. those guys will come by for a visit. It's gonna be a couple of them. Cool. A large adult there. A full-grown beluga can get up to 4,200 pounds. I wasn't expecting it to be that big. I was shocked when I first heard that. But they are huge when you do see a big one come up alongside the boat. Quite a bit bigger than you'd expect. Oh, here's a hopefully you guys got to see that calf I seen just whizzing by there. Just a small calf just surfaced right by the boat, just beside Simon. Little guy, eh? Maybe doing a pass of the underwater cam. Oh, we got another group. Somewhat close here. Yeah, it's kind of tough. The more you spend out here, you realize, I don't know, there's different ways to sort of get their attention, and it seems to really depend on their mood or how they're behaving. So I'm guessing that the snapshots just aren't working at all right now because I'm not seeing any pictures coming in. And I'm sure you guys must have been able to see the whales that were just passing by here now. The visibility today is definitely not as good. It's for sure down. Not sure if we're still live on Facebook, but if you guys are enjoying the video, if you're having a good time out here with us, you can get the Explore app, and then you're able to check the cams out whenever you want, just on your phone or iPad. You could also just go to the Explore website as well, and you'll see there how many different cameras they have of animals and things all around the world. There's pretty well guaranteed something there to tickle your fancy. I've been getting stuck on various cams this past few days. Whenever I get a chance, I go and I check it out. If you're wanting to see anything about the polar bears here in Churchill, you can, well, you have the opportunity to see some of them live on the Cape North and Cape South cams, but you could also look back at some of the highlights, and that'll give you an idea of what's coming up here this fall. Polar bear season will be here before we know it. The wind cooled off. I'm just gonna throw a sweater on here quick. Hey? Yeah, came prepared. The other day it was supposed to be 32 degrees out, so I forgot my jacket on shore, and that kind of ended up biting me in the butt. A couple juveniles here. That's better. Just had a couple juveniles come check us out there. Still haven't heard anything on the radios, so I think everybody's probably in the same kind of predicament. It's just gonna be one of those days out here on the river. Could definitely be worse though. The weather could be a lot worse. Thanks, Nana and Lena. Yeah, no, we'll see what happens as the day goes on. Sometimes we get these lulls, there won't be a lot of activity, and then just like yesterday, when we decided to make our way back to launch, we had whales escort us pretty much the entire way home, so hopefully that'll be the case today, that things will kind of turn around soon. But yeah, it sure is just a nice day out on the water, so can't complain. I'm still gonna really enjoy my time out here, and hopefully you guys too. So I mentioned before, when the whales are in resting mode, they don't surface as often. Kind of seems like what's happening today, so it does make it more difficult to spot them. The belugas, they can hold their breath up to 25 minutes, I believe. Not that they'd be doing that while they're resting. I think that's more for when they're diving deep and feeding, but just to give you an idea, they don't need to be surfacing.
Is there a time of day when they're more actively feeding, like evening time or
I think it
early
just
morning,
goes with the
or
tides.
is it just simply when
When
there's
the
food
tides
available?
and when there's food present, I think is. I mean, it was good when we were out in the mornings. They seemed like they were, I don't know, the whales seemed to be morning people or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, like they were always interacting with us when we were getting out around 6 o'clock was the earliest that we were going out, but I think, yeah, just the tide and when food's present is dictating their activity level. See a group of tourists doing the nature walk. They're over on the beach there now, just directly behind us. where they are? Oh yeah. I know, like right now. Sounds like there's a few whales out towards the mouth. I can't see the boats from here, but which probably means they're maybe around the bend there, and I guess a little too far out for us to go. But we'll just hope that they start to move in here soon. We've got some in front of us now. We're kind of approaching. I think maybe what we'll do here now too is let's see one of the points or points. I could see one of the boats up at Cockles Point there. And the whales that we are seeing now kind of are heading in that general direction, so maybe we'll just cruise along the coastline here and eventually we'll get up to the point.